My lords, today we shall investigate Astral Rift 11, codenamed the Garden. It is from this rift that we acquired a marvellous new relic capable of drastically increasing food output across the Empire, and having quite the unique effect. This device can quite literally spawn highly intelligent and effective citizens, who I believe are fully capable of occupying leader positions throughout our Empire. Having previously explored another astral rift, Dr. Watney was chosen to conduct this exploration. Unfortunately for us, the planet on the other side was occupied by lush, green, plantoid life, Dr. Watney's speciality. The Doctor reports the following. We arrived in a large, expansive chamber covered from floor to ceiling with thick, heavily thorned green plant life. Vines stretched across the cavern. Barbed thorns bite outward from nearly every bend and twist in their coils, and we quickly became aware that these organisms have some sort of intelligence about them, or at least a defensive instinct. We noted an abnormally high oxygen content in the atmosphere, and speculated that burning away this plant life would prove quite an easy task. On the other hand, this would certainly destroy any samples that we would otherwise be able to collect, and we've observed a large quantity of hairy fruit hanging from the stalks that could provide a generous amount of insight into this planet's flora. As such, we decided to attempt to extract the fruit. As we weaved our way through the vines, we were able to shear some of the fruit from their stems using our sample collection tools. Each time we removed one, the rest of the plant fell limply to the side. Eventually, we gathered enough of the fruit that the surrounding vines were all diminished sufficiently enough to establish a wide area of safety. The fruit itself had an appearance quite similar to a Terran pineapple. However, unlike the pineapple, it was a vibrant shade of iridescent blue with hues that shifted and shimmered as it caught the light. Its outer skin was smooth and slightly translucent, giving it an ethereal quality. The fruit had a delicate crystal-like formation that emitted a soft, low-level glow. Considering that we were in a subterranean cavern, perhaps this luminescence served as a source of light for whoever or whatever cultivated these plants. Upon closer inspection, the fruit of the plants are actually more of a symbiotic fungal growth that seems present throughout the entire root system. We've taken several samples aboard the Rift Sphere for further study. Once peeled, the fruit around it forms a seamless, gelatinous mass with a subtle, sweet fragrance that permeates the air around it. It was deemed safe to consume, and I can report the taste is a delightful combination of several exotic flavours, blending notes of citrus, melon, and a hint of intergalactic spice. Nevertheless, this plant has more value than a simple intergalactic delicacy. We speculate that the fungus serves as a kind of neural cluster for the vines that they are bonded to. Having dealt with the immediate danger, we have begun to explore our surroundings more thoroughly. It would appear that we were correct with our initial assessment. We were deep within a series of caverns. Scouting our way through a nearby tunnel led us into a more expansive hollow. Systems of root-like clusters dangle from the ceiling and drip with luminous fluids onto the foliage below, which then becomes absorbed by even more vegetation. The caverns are their own thriving ecosystem, and we believe that to develop such an established environment must have taken several millennia. As we explored deeper, the tendrils became more and more densely packed. Pushing forward will prove difficult. A member of the team again suggested that we simply burn it all, appearing to me at least slightly maniacal. It was obvious to me that we had to continue study of this place, and as such I ordered that we press on. Shortly after, our scanners detected something lurking amongst the leaves and foliage. We attempted to hide ourselves, to give us any advantage should whatever was coming prove hostile. Eventually, a strange creature emerged from the foliage. We spotted it crawling along the thorns with delicate precision. It had hundreds of limbs, and it appeared to be most similar to that of a large centipede, displaying incredible agility for such a large creature. It has mandibles that look like they could snap a human clean in two. A soft, shrill sound shot forth from several of its membranes, coating the segments of its body as it tended to the fruit it found in every plant. It appeared to be cultivating them, Whatever it was doing to the fruit, it was doing with great care. We have been observing the creature now for some time. Fortunately, we remain undetected, and it's not clear to me what would happen if this creature found us. I think it has some level of intelligence, but whether it's capable of reason and a nice chat remains to be seen. Again, several members of my crew now urge me to unpack the Promethean flamers and burn the alien foliage with the creature along with it. However, as we were not in any immediate danger, I continue to hold off. But should we be attacked, it's certainly an option. For now, I believe further study could lead to valuable research opportunities, and as such, we continue our observations. We continue to stealthily observe the creature as it goes about its duties in the secluded garden. However, it is uncertain how long we can remain here, undetected. Each segment of the creature contains a pair of antennae. These appear to assist in detecting and removing pests from the tiny hairs of fruit it cultivates. Our observations have proved useful, however, and we have gained a significant amount of society research from it, improving our understanding of what alien biological organisms are capable of. Furthermore, we've noticed an organic mass resembling the fruit clutched tightly to the creature's chest. It's held in its massive pair of forelimbs. Several times we have observed its mandibles dig into the object and graft small parts of it onto the nearby vegetation. It is apparent that this animal is propagating these plants artificially, and this explains the lack of pollinators or any other identifiable methods of reproduction. We continue our observations. We watched the creature dig a small burrow into the soil. It placed the object it was holding up to its chest in the hole and then skittered away, but not before its hundreds of legs buried the object in a shallow lump of soil. After making sure the creature was well out of sight and would not be returning soon, we attempted to recover the object. It did not take much effort to dig up the specimen from where it was buried, and we brought it back to the ship. Our brief experiments have shown us that wherever this seedling is placed, the material immediately begins sending out microscopic tendrils to scout new areas to settle and flourish at the nearest detection of moisture. The tendrils congregate, thrive, and then separate into a new life form, leaving the original seed or root to further propagate. It is a plantoid life form, and shockingly, the plant exhibits unique signs of intelligence, even as a young sproutling. We suspect that it could be raised as a valuable asset to our empire. The root, which we have named the Infinity Root, will allow us to either generate vast amounts of plantoids fit for consumption, thus increasing food production by approximately 20% across the empire, or we could use the device to attempt to cultivate new plantoid life forms fit for leader level positions, i.e. scientists, admirals, and governors. A truly wonderful find. Thanks for watching, folks. If you want to hear several random facts you may not know about the Stellaris universe, please click the video on screen now.